Hi, Mike Brantley, auctioneer. Seeing references auctioneers are making to, I suppose, generally speaking, life, liberty, property, pursuit of happiness. In other words, the government can't tell me what to do. They can't infringe on my rights. The Constitution says that I have a right to pursue happiness, life, liberty, property, I suppose even someone else's property. It's an interesting argument that none of your rights, whatever you deem your rights to be, can be infringed upon. For example, take the First Amendment. Freedom of the press, freedom of speech, freedom of religion. Can we infringe? Can the government infringe on your right? Can laws, rules, regulations infringe on your rights of free speech? Sure, every day. Can't yell fire in a theater, can you? Oh, wait a minute, that's my right of free speech. Well, no, but that speech is harming other people. That's kind of the theory, that we live in a collective society. We don't live just by ourselves. Our rights don't trump other people's rights. Equal protection, 14th Amendment. Well, let's talk about the Second Amendment. Yeah, you cannot tell me that I can't buy a gun or use a gun, no matter what, because I have a right to keep and bear. Well, you might have a right to keep and bear per the Second Amendment. Has that right been infringed? Sure it has. You have to be a certain age. Can't be a convicted felon, illegal alien. In many cases, pass a background check. Could you not argue as a gun buyer? Well, no, wait a minute. The Second Amendment says I have a right to keep and bear. You don't have a right to perform a background check. Well, federal law says they do have a right to do a background check. And if you don't pass it, you're not getting the handgun. You're not getting the long gun. I mean, but you can infringe on my rights? At the moment, we're living in the midst of a pandemic. And some auctioneers, many auctioneers, in fact, are of this mindset that the governor can't tell me what to do, that the health department director can't tell me what to do or keep me from doing anything. I am going to do whatever I want to do. Yeah, well, I understand the argument. I get it, but they can tell you what to do. The governor can issue executive orders that apply to everybody in that state. Might have a court here, a court there, say, well, wait a minute, that's unconstitutional or what have you. Then we have attorney generals in those states fight back and say that it is constitutional because he's the governor or she's the governor. They can't tell me I can't have a live auction. Yeah, they can. They can't tell me I can't run a business. Yes, they can. They can't require me to have a license in a licensed state. I'm an auctioneer. I'm going to go into a licensed state and I'm going to have auctions anyway because they can't require a license. I got news for you. Those states that license auctioneers are going to argue about that. They're going to say, we do have a right, a state law that says you have to pass a test. You have to pay a fee to have an auction. I thought you had the right, wait a minute. I have the right to life, liberty, property, and pursuit of happiness. You can't require a license. Do states that license auctioneers require a license? All of them do. Is that unconstitutional? Apparently not. You just can't be infringed upon in any way, shape, or form. Well, here in the United States, the Declaration of Independence, while not binding, is a good guide of your rights, which mentions life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness. The Constitution, the 14th Amendment, mentions life, liberty, property, kind of along those same lines, equal protection. But it's not just about you. There's other people here in the United States, and they have the right, do they not, to pursue life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Well, no, apparently it appears to me, the argument's being made, maybe I don't understand, that your right is more important than their right. For example, you're an auctioneer. You're infected with the coronavirus, COVID-19. Well, that's not my problem. That's your problem. Stay away from me. I'm going to have a live auction. I'm going to talk into that microphone. I'm going to sell for about an hour and hand it to somebody who is not yet infected. Not my problem. I have the right. I have the unencumbered right to do anything I want, anything I want. And you can't stop me. Let me summarize. This is a terribly dangerous mindset that you think your rights cannot be infringed upon, constitutional or otherwise. Because I'm telling you, they can be. And there are people in prison or have paid heavy fines or both that thought, well, the government can't tell me what to do. Well, guess what? The government is telling you what to do. So before you decide that you just can do anything, and the government, your governor, president, Congress, state house, health director, they can't tell you what to do. They're not going to tell me what to do. I'm going to give you a little advice here. They can tell you what to do, and you have to pay attention to that. And, well, if you don't pay attention to it, there are risks. There are penalties. Your life can be turned upside down by defying the government. We're not in the Revolutionary War here. We're in the United States. We have laws, rules, elected officials who are making decisions, and making decisions, rightly so in many cases, for the collective good, not your individual good. It's not about you individually. It's about everybody. That's how governments have to rule. That's how governments have to behave, or they should. Auctioneers are fiercely independent individuals. I'll do it the way I want to do it, when I want to do it. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. Okay, all right. All right, calm down. I know you have a microphone. I know you're self-employed. I know you depend on your income. But there's a rule here we got to follow. There's a law we have to pay attention to, or there's a governor's order that we have to follow, an executive order that we have to follow. CDC might give guidelines. Do we have to follow those? I suppose not. But CDC guidelines are bad. It's not all about you. It is not all about you and all your so-called constitutional rights. They have been infringed upon. They will continue to be infringed upon. And if you don't realize that, don't be trying to tell me about all your constitutional rights. Mike Brain, the Auctioneer. Pleasure to be with you today. Other videos right here. Others forthcoming. Have a great day and stay safe.